Biggest fantasy football sleepers at every position 2020. Subscribe to Sportsmafia for more videos. Matthew Stafford, Detroit Lions. Sound off the comeback player of the year alert from Matthew Stafford. Last year, before back and hip injuries ended his campaign, he was on pace for 4,998 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, and just 10 interceptions while playing in his first season under offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell. In 2019, wideout Kenny Golladay led the league in touchdown receptions. Marvin Jones Jr. and Danny Amendola had 62 catches apiece as the number 2 and slot receiving options. Now, the Lions' backfield features a pair of dual-threat running backs in Kerryon Johnson and rookie second-rounder DeAndre Swift. If tight end TJ Hawkinson finds his way within the offense, Stafford would have a full house of offensive weapons and potentially a top 10 scoring season in fantasy points. Duke Johnson, Houston Texans. The Houston Texans may use Duke and David Johnson on the field simultaneously for more 21 personnel looks. The Texans used 21 personnel in only 2% of their plays in 2019. Johnson played only 48% of the offensive snaps, so a shift in philosophy should allow him more touches. Despite limited opportunities behind Carlos Hyde, Duke logged 410 yards as a rusher and 410 as a receiver. With more targets potentially headed his way, he's a solid flex option who could easily eclipse 1,000 yards from scrimmage this season. DeSean Jackson, Philadelphia Eagles. We only saw quarterback Carson Wentz and wide receiver DeSean Jackson together on the field for one full game last year. They connected on 8 out of 9 passes for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's enough to leave fantasy managers in optimistic suspense for the 2020 campaign. The Philadelphia Eagles have multiple question marks at wide receiver. The club placed Alshon Jeffrey on the physically unable to perform list as he recovers from Lisfranc surgery. The 30-year-old doesn't have a timetable for a return. Rookie first-rounder Jalen Reagor is unproven. JJ Arcega-Whiteside will attempt to make strides after logging just 10 receptions for 169 yards and a touchdown in 2019. Jackson has maintained his speed following core muscle surgery. He'll likely open the season in the league role at wide receiver. If so, expect more big games from him with Wentz under center. Austin Hooper, Cleveland Browns. Austin Hooper falls into the late rounds because he's going to share targets with OBJ, Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, and possibly Kareem Hunt. However, the Cleveland Browns signed Hooper to a 4-year, $42 million deal. Based on average annual earnings, he's the 4th highest paid tight end. The club will likely try to optimize its return on that investment. Secondly, Hooper comes off consecutive 71-plus catch Pro Bowl seasons. He may not lead the Browns in major receiving categories, but the 5th-year veteran should have a sizable role in the passing attack. Los Angeles Chargers defense. In 2019, the Los Angeles Chargers defense finished 27th in fantasy points. The unit forced the fewest turnovers and ranked 28th in sacks. This year, the Chargers will have a healthy Derwin James. He spoke highly of Nasir Adderley, who landed on injured reserve with a hamstring issue midway through last season. Together, they could become one of the better safety tandems in the league. At Delaware, Adderley developed into a ball hawk, snagging 11 interceptions. James had an all-pro rookie campaign. The front office signed defensive tackle Linval Joseph to shore up the front line and cornerback Chris Harris Jr. to tighten up the secondary. Rookie first-round linebacker Kenneth Murray is an intriguing X-factor who recorded 9.5 sacks at Oklahoma. The Chargers defense ranked 6th in yards allowed last year. With their safeties healthy and 3 notable additions on each level of the unit, we'll see a stingier group in 2020. Zane Gonzalez, Arizona Cardinals. Following a rough stretch with the Cleveland Browns at the beginning of his career, Zane Gonzalez hit his stride after the Arizona Cardinals signed him to the practice squad in November 2018. He eventually replaced Phil Dawson and never looked back. In 2019, Gonzalez converted 88.6% of his field goal attempts, which ranked 8th league-wide. He should have more opportunities to split the uprights with wideout DeAndre Hopkins involved in the passing game and running back Kenyon Drake in the backfield for a full season. If quarterback Kyler Murray makes a sophomore leap, Gonzalez can tack on more extra points. He tied for 16th in attempts last year. That's it for today's Sports Mafia video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more Sports Mafia content, click the circle subscribe button so you never miss a single video. Hope you enjoyed.